She asked me to join her at the Bow Marches. It's a wonder she still trusts me after everything that happened.
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
Just because the heavens have gone to rack and ruin.
How do? Fairly well. Faster!
Faster!
Good. They haven't broken camp yet. How did Doris come to know a slaver, I wonder?
We've waited long enough. She's not coming. Ready the bearers. We're leaving.
Back to civilization, is it, Mom?
With all haste, lest any of you lackwits start talking like these feckless bumpkins. I presume your men are ready. We've suffered too many delays as it is. Any more and I'll be docking your pay.
Yes, Mom.
Oh, but before you go, it appears we have company. Kill him.
哦，被直接发现了呢。
You're welcome to try.
嗯。Oh shit！ 按错了，按错。 好痛。
So much for your escort.
You'll forgive me for not avenging my men. I'm not the swordswoman I used to be. I surrender. Do with me as you wish, Sid.
Do with me as you wish. 哦，你都已经人老珠黄了，
Ah,
还
Doris.
讲这种话？
I take it you're not here to rescue me from our brood. You know, I always wondered where you'd vanished to. But casting your lot with this criminal of all people.
Better fighting for a cause than killing for coin. I'm sorry, Sid. I should have told you sooner. This woman, my former master, once trained bearer children to be weapons. She raised me like a daughter. And I did.
It wasn't all terrible. Surely. We had our fun, too. You were always so eager to learn. But you proved yourself a How about it, my little dagger?
I never swore my blade to you, nor will to liberate the bearers of this world. Farewell, Master. Thank you for making me the weapon I am.
You always were a righteous child. Perhaps that's the reason I loved you so.
What do you want to do with her?
I am not the killer she wanted me to be. Not anymore. And she no longer has friends in high places. The Dame does, though. Her connections at the Imperial Court will see that justice is done.
All right.
I am. And thank you.
And I should head back to the hideaway and put Cole's mind at ease.
Welcome back, Sid. Doris's message just arrived. I hear you saved more bearers from being smuggled across the border.
With any luck, they'll be joining us in the hideaway shortly. Oh, and your letter. You don't need to worry about Doris anymore.
I'd been hoping as much. She mentioned one or two things in her report. So the slaver we'd been chasing all these months was her former master. She's been arrested, by the way, over in Sunbreak. Went quietly, or so. She won't be getting off lightly. The Empire may have no love for bearers, but it's none too fond of black market traders either. Can't have been easy for Doris.
I'm sure it wasn't. But don't worry. She'll be all right.
I hope so. You had quite the past yourself before you came here, or so I understand. Anyway, thanks again, Sid.
Keep up the good work, Cole.
Come back.
The stew's awful.
Ah, Clive, I was just about to send for you. I'd like you to take something to Sir Wade up in his seeds for planting. Thought it was about time they started. I'll keep providing them with whatever they need in the meat, but if Eastpool's going to survive, it's got as of those poor bearers. They've lived their whole lives in servitude, but small wonder they ain't got the foggiest how to provide for themselves. And if you're wondering why you, well, the wagoneers taking supplies up that way have been... Sir Wade's putting a brave face on it, but I think even he...
All right.
Oh, right.
Thanks. Wouldn't ask if I didn't have to. There. That should be enough to keep him in Gazal Greens for...
Gizal Greens.
Not the most mouth-watering crop, I'll admit. But they're hardy, they grow fast, and they fill a hole. Better that than something that'll wither away at first frost. And chocobos love 'em too, which is no small thing. When I say all of us need to pull... They ain't exactly succulent, but cook 'em right, and they're just about bearable.
I'll take your word for it.
Anyway, Sir Wade'll know what to do with them. And if he don't, well, I'll go up there and show him myself.
I'm sure you will.
I heard the Guardian saying we're supposed to grow our own food.
The victuals Martha sends us are more than enough for me.
Well, enough for me.
Can't help thinking it would be quicker and easier to take care of the repairs ourselves than explaining all the ins and outs to the bearers. At this rate, only the Founder knows when we'll be finished.
Barrels.
Ah, Lord Rossfield. What brings you to Eastpool?
A delivery from Martha.
These are Gazal green seeds. Martha's keen to cut the apron strings, then, is she? I jest, of course. You see, I had thought we might be able to revive the old wheat fields, but they'd long since gone to seed, only without the seeds.
Martha was hoping you might be able to show the bearers how to plant and tend these, so that they'll be able to fend for themselves.
That's not a bad idea. These bearers had only recently escaped their... They know little of freedom, of providing for themselves and their love. Unless we teach them how to live like free men, I fear that all we have achieved in bringing... Not that myself and the Guardians have been the best example to them so far, subsisting almost entirely. It's about time we all started to provide for ourselves, bearers and Guardians alike. Unfortunately, we've been a little too busy of late to focus on much besides bolstering our defenses.
The Horde is closing in. They're coming, so wait.
Damn it all. I thought we'd have more time. Gather the men in the square. Send to the rest for reinforcements.
Yes, so wait.
The Horde.
A Kashek, a veritable legion of them. We don't have the numbers to hold back a swarm that size. I had hoped to build a perimeter.
Now you're out of time.
Precisely. If reinforcements from the rest arrive before they do, we may just scrape...
What if you could call on reinforcements from Eastpool?
You mean the bearers? We brought them here so they...
So wait. You said you lack men to defend the village. Are the bearers not men? Though they may not be trained soldiers like your Guardians.
You're right, my lord. I will appeal to them. My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
You would send us to the slaughter, to serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared. And to think we trusted you. Say what you will, a home is not worth dying for.
But it is worth fighting for. Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you? Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves? Or will you fight like free men and women?
举起你们无敌的平底锅吧！
All right. Give me a sword.
我之前有说过
I
吗
never？ dreamt I'd have
那
a
现
home
在
of
这
my
个
own.
这一个举动，这个
Now that
女
I
性
have,
禀赋
I
者的举
don't
动，
want to lose it.
很像
I
底特
will
律变
protect
人
what's
里面
mine
的
or die trying.
里面的机器人，生化人，机器人
Free men and
被
women
觉醒的时
fighting
候，
together.
浑浑噩噩突然有自己的想法。
For Eastpool! For Eastpool!
Thank you, Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing. That you'll show them how freeborn fight.
Gladly.
Well, if it was numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't be now.
Thanks to you.
Me? Oh, I just love the sound of my own voice.
Lord Rossfield,
So what's the plan of action?
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, upon engaging with the Akashic.
You're going to lure them into the village.
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded, so injuries must be avoided. By coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, with luck, that point will be the village square. And for you and I to finish them off.
A sound plan. I'd say you have both in abundance to wait. But you'll be needed. Please, leave the last of the fighting to me.
Ha! And let you have all the glory.
Sir Wade! They're here!
Then you know what you must do. We work together, everyone playing their part, each shielding the other that no man might fall, that Eastpool might live on. For Rosaria!
For Rosaria!
Rosaria! Oh, Rosaria!
We've no time to argue, my lord.
And I will do as you ask.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too then, eh?
Right you are, Martha.
The calm before the storm. And here it comes. I will not let this village fall. Farewell. slow. Nice try. Too slow. Odin! It's over. Stay down.
躲那么远是怎样？
Looks like that's the last of them.
Lord Rossfield! Change of plan!
What is it?
Owl from the rest. An Akashic Curl's been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and is headed in their direction.
Well, the better half of her guard is here. So wait, how many Akashic remain in East Pool?
Hard to say. My men are still facing some resistance, but I think the worst is behind us. I could order a detachment or two to fall back and...
No. Let them finish the job. You stay here too, Sir Wade. Your men need you. I'll go after the Curl. Join me only when East Pool is won.
If you're sure, my lord. May the Founder protect you.
One's mine.
Come to tell me an Akashic Curl's heading towards the rest? Get yourself down.
The Curl was sighted on Rhiannon's ride back towards...
East Pool will be safe in our hands, my lord.
My lord.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
La 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 la. 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 La 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 la. In the night, in the dream.
There it is. With me, Torgo. Blizzard! Back to Eastpool.
You rock, la la la. Villa, a blissful star.
Lord Rossfield,
Villa, a
the Curl,
blissful
is
star.
It's dead.
Thank the Founder for that. And for you. We were able to eradicate the rest of the Horde. I have guardians posted around the village to keep watch for further attacks, but all seems quiet for now. I hesitate to say it, but...
I think it might.
We did it. We saved Eastpool. Thank you, my friends. Thank you.
No, Sir Wade. It's us who should be thanking you. You brought us together. Showed us what it means to fight for what you hold dear.
We never had nothing to call our own before, but now we do.
Forgive us, Sir Wade, but there's no doubt in my mind anymore. We're free men now, so we have to start acting like it. We have to fight to protect what's...
And we shall. This is our home. And if anyone or anything tries to take it away...
They'll have us to answer to.
Come on then. Let's get to work.
This village isn't gonna rebuild itself.
They're not slaves anymore.
No. They're Rosarians. Your father took pity on the bearer's plight, and I believe if he was still with us today...
I believe you might be right.
I shall remain here, my lord. After all, this is my home now too.
I think you'll find it's East Pudlian, Sir Wade. But you should be proud all the same. I'll have to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest getting outclassed. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on your support, Martha?
Of course. And I'll be counting on yours too. Us Rosarians have got to stick together, haven't we?
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you get the chance. I ain't paid you for delivering them seeds yet.
All right. I will.
Lord Rossfield, do you remember our very first mission together? Clearing the goblins from the Stillwind marshes?
How could I?
Since that day, there have been more than a few when the odds seemed so stacked in the enemy's favor. But every time, I would think back to the look in your eyes that day and remember what it means to be a shield. Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall never lose courage. Thanks.
So, Wade, you have always been a true shield. I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria...
Thank you, my lord. I know the rest of the world will be safe in yours.
I'll do my best.
The Guardians of the Flame were true friends to the rest.
The hero returns. It's lucky you came by when you did, eh? Not only did my seeds get delivered, but you went and saved Eastpool and all.
I just did what I could.
And it's only right that you get rewarded for it. Take it before I change my mind.
second
Thank you,
before
Martha.
I change my mind.
So, Eastpool's finally back on its feet again. And a home to free bearers. Who'd have thought we'd see the day?
Well, it was your idea.
I know that, but I never stopped to think what it would mean. Though I suppose the rest ain't much different nowadays. You know, bearers living free like that reminds me of when I first met Sid. Loath as I am to recall that particular day.
I take it you didn't always see eye to eye. What happened?
Well, if you really want to know, I started doing what I do long before I met Sid. In fact, He showed up at the stables one day, asking questions about who'd been buying up bearers. Founder knows what he thought I was doing with them. Running a hunt. Me, I thought he was a new constable. Thought the game was up. But somehow, and before I knew it, the cheeky arse was rattling on at me about how I was doing it all wrong. After all my hard work. Told me I was giving them relief, but not freedom. Got right under my skin, it did. Told him if he didn't like it, he could bugger off and report me to the garrison. And do you know what he did? He smiled, and then I did the same. We made a pact that day, that whenever one of us...
And you were?
Well, we both wanted the same thing. To make life better for bearers. Just like your dad. Do you know I was born right around the time Elwyn became Archduke? Growing up, I saw how he tried to change things. He certainly didn't lack for ambition, that one.
Indeed. But the loftier one's ambitions, the harder they are to achieve. Which is why those of us who follow in their footsteps need to finish what people like Sid and my father started.
Suppose you're right, aye. And if we don't manage it, there's always them who come after us. Good thing we've got a few half-decent sorts waiting in the wings, eh? It's almost enough to give you a little bit of hope.
Just a little.
Anyway, enough nattering. Better get back to work. Let's see about making everyone some dinner, shall we? The least the folks who saved Eastpool deserve is a hot meal. And you and me ain't gonna save the world on an empty stomach neither.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
Take that, you naughty thief!
Clive! I just wanted to see how the town's been faring since you brought everyone together.
Since we brought everyone together, all is absolutely wonderful. Conrad and Natalie's hands remain safe and firmly at the helm. Our stores are full, and the batch just as the good Lady Jane...
Are you a lord? Lubor's going to be one too. They're going to make him the Lord of Dalamil. Because of how he's...
It's the mayor of Dalamil, dear chap. But if the people wish me to lead them, I shall. Speaking of menaces, there may be a rather worrying one just over the horizon.
May there indeed.
I'm afraid the example Conrad and Natalie set in putting aside their difference, and they might have elected to take a similar approach. They have formed what one could call a League of Outlaws, and they grow more organized by the day.
But we'll fight them all off just like last time. No matter how many of them there are. Won't we, Lubor?
Of course we will. If we continue to work together, we can overcome any challenge we choose. The longer we avoid facing this one, the more difficult it will be. Our best hope is to nip these efforts at organization in the bud. By finding those ne'er-do-wells who have yet to join the cause, perhaps a certain Lord Underhill might be willing to lend us his aid once more?
How could I refuse?
Thank you, my lord. Victor will fill you in on the particulars. I have him stationed by the desert gate, receiving and collating reports from my scouts. Such an amenable soul. He reminds me of you.
I'll go and speak with him.
What's the difference between a lord and... That's easy. One of them swings a sword, the other forges them.
A League of Outlaws. Sounds like we have some competition. Still in Dalamil, Victor?
Ah, Sid.
I thought you'd have returned to Cosnis by now.
I did. Then I came back. I've developed something of a fondness for the place. And having worked so hard to see it saved from one fate, it would seem remiss to a sentiment Master Lubor certainly isn't shy about exploiting.
You're not the only one.
What does he want you to do?
He asked for my aid in putting down the bandits, and he said that you might be able to help me fight them.
Then you've come at just the right time. I was on my way to speak with Conrad about how to... There are more camps in the vicinity than we can safely strike at once. But we must strike together, and we must strike soon, at as many camps as we can. We can't give this league of theirs time to rally its forces.
All right.
There's one upriver. Just out there.
Leave it with me.
Ready, go?
Yeah! Those ne'er-do-wells want to bandit.
That must be the camp Victor mentioned. Come on then, Toggle.
That's him! The one who killed Locke and Fingers! Take his head off!
I'd better let Victor know.
Sid, where are you? Ah, I see the bandits didn't pose you any trouble.
No, but... that's not why you're here, is it?
No. Something's happened. We need you back in Dalamil.
What is it?
The whole town's in uproar. They're saying that Lubor is a bearer.
What?
Seems that one of our parties wasn't as thorough as they should have been. They let one of the bandits escape, and his escape route took him right through. Some of the children spotted him, and when Lubor felled him with a bolt of magic and without a crystal.
But that's not possible.
It is, if he's a bearer and has been hiding it all these years. If he has, well, I wouldn't blame him. Still, all those people see is a man who's lied to them all his life.
Fuck.
I don't know where we go from here.
You're right.
And now everyone knows. I made it a habit to keep a crystal close at hand for just such an occasion. And when that occasion arose, I forgot to reach for it. Well, it was bound to come out sooner or later.
We're sorry, Lubor. We tried to keep running, but we just couldn't anymore.
There's nothing to be sorry for. I rather enjoyed playing the hero for once. All that matters to me is that you two are safe.
Look at him talking to his betters like it's nothing.
All lies, I'll wager. Just like the ones he fed us all these years.
Once people make up their minds, it's hard to change them. We need to do something, and quickly. Convince the people not to let their prejudices blind them. Convince them that nothing has changed. That their enemy lies outside these walls, not within them.
You're right. We should speak to everyone.
I'm glad you agree. I'll handle the townsfolk. I'm a Dalmec born and bred. They listen to me. You head to the tavern. Make Conrad and Natalie remember who Lubor really is. They know that Lubor and I are friends. I might not make for the most impartial of interlocutors. Lord Underhill of Randalar's League of Merchants, however, is a trusted and impartial mediator of note.
I'll do what I can. Lubor, stay here with the children. I can't promise anything, but we'll try.
And that is all I can ask of you.
Why you? Why do they always have to make such a...
He knew all along that he...
Forgive me for disturbing you.
I've seen your face before.
Disturbing you.
As have I. Lord Underhill, wasn't it?
Underhill.
The League of Merchants.
Underhill.
That's right. I wanted to speak to you about Lubor.
The rumors that he's a bearer. All true, I'm afraid.
He'll never be mayor now. Not if I have anything to do with it.
But what of his wares? Bearer or no, his steel is highly valued throughout the Republic.
Leniency? He pretended to be one of us when he was laughing behind our backs all the while.
I'm sorry, my lord, but he lied to us. He lied to you. He cannot be trusted.
So what do you propose? Will you drive him from his home? Close his forge?
Perhaps. That is a question for the people of Dalimil, and they will thank you not to get involved.
The townsfolk have made their minds up. There was nothing I could...
Nor I. Conrad...
You never know. Once their anger is...
All right.
Why the hell would Victor take them? I assume the situation is hopeless?
There's still hope.
But perhaps not in...
You mustn't think like that, Lubor. We'll talk some sense into them in the end, you'll see.
No. And your efforts would be better spent elsewhere.
But Lubor...
Rosina would often tell me that steel does not lie, that a blade is a reflection of the smith who forged it. To yourself be true, that was her point. Rather an ironic one when you consider that her life was taken with a blade of her own making. But I do not doubt that she was all, and so must I be. And now, I know what that is. I must embrace my new role of villain so that the people of Dalimil have something to unite against. For only united can they hope to stand against the threat that awaits them. I'll need to make a suitably dramatic exit, of course.
Don't go, Lubor. You're the only one who was ever kind to us. We'll be all alone. Again.
Trust me, little ones. It is for the best that I go. Not only for the town, but for you, too.
How could it possibly be for the best? These children need you. The least you can do is give the townspeople a chance to change their minds.
They would not take it, Victor.
Over, you say? And so just like that, you're going to throw this town? And I thought you were better than this. But it seems you had me fooled as well.
Victor.
Forget it. Do what you will.
You sure you're making the right choice, Lubor?
Of those available to me, I believe it's the best one. Yes. But where are my manners? Here. Right then. I have packing to do.
If there's anything I can do. Anything.
I'll bear it in mind. Thank you.
But there were ghosts at the gate.
Those things I said before about not being able to fight.
You didn't mean them. I know. That's not the man you are. The man I love.
So many were injured. Only by the grace of the goddess did so few succumb to their wounds.
I'd say it was more the grace of the dame. But help's help, eh?
Oh, Clive. What am I to do? My wards and I may soon be with...
What's happened?
The High Cardinal has descended from his lofty throne.
The High Cardinal?
Leader of the Council of Elders, second only to his Radiance at the head of the Imperial government. Not that any of those things still exist. Now he goes by his noble title, the Duke of Oriflamme.
And what does he want with Northreach?
He wants to transform it into a military stronghold, a foundation upon which to build a new Sambrec. He's already secured the support of the various army remnants. With promise...
He would rob the populace to pay for it.
Believe me, I have used every means of persuasion to discourage him from this folly.
What does Captain Philippe make of this? When the town was under attack, it was him the soldiers rallied around.
How? By speaking out against one of the most powerful men in Sambrec. A man whose stated aim is to revive... The captain can offer them a regular supply of gruel, and an... No. Any attempt to incite mutiny would cost Philippe the support of his men. If it did not cost him his life. But given the mood around town, mutiny may yet be unavoidable.
And who could blame them?
Clive, would you appeal to the Duke on my behalf? For your services to Northreach, you have the respect of the soldiers, and they will take you to His Eminence if you ask them. And unlike Philippe, no bonds of loyalty prevent you from speaking your mind to the man. Well, will you try? You could hardly fare any worse than I did.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Clive.
Tell me then, where will I find this Duke of Oriflamme? In the garrison?
Overseeing the troops, yes.
All right. Wish me luck. I may have met this Duke before, at the Remembrance Ceremony. Let's hope I didn't make a strong impression.
Halt! Oh, sorry about that. You're the dame's man, aren't you? You got some business with the captain?
No, actually. With the Duke. I was hoping I might be able to speak with him.
We're under orders not to let any civilians pass. But you should be all right. His Eminence has heard all about you. Wait here. I'll go and ask.
So, you are the sellsword who lent his aid to the garrison. The Empire owes you a debt, and I shall see it repaid. But tell me, is it wealth that you seek, or favor?
Neither, Your Eminence.
Ah, I see. You are worried the expanded garrison will... Yet you needn't be. A proud fighting man like your pride of place, in fact. For too long, but no more. For it is they who shall see...
Why here, Your Eminence?
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely unscathed from the... which is more than can be said for Oriflamme or Twinside. The Empire wants for a capital, and... with Caer Norvent as her citadel. Once we have seen to the refortification of both the town and the castle, we need only build a wall around both to create a city that would be the envy of the twins. Plans are already underway. Soon enough, these thralls...
I fear you underestimate how dangerous these creatures are, Your Eminence. Should they return in force, you will need all the people of Northreach to come together in defense of the town. Something they may be loath.
The people will do as their leaders command. If Sanbreque is to be rebuilt, she will require a functioning government, one whose authority is beyond question. That is why this levy is necessary, so that any man who wishes to join the army might do so. And yet there are those who persist in peddling the treasonous lie.
I suspect they're afraid.
Precisely. The common folk have little and less, and you mean to deprive them of even that. You would sow the seeds of your new empire in your own salted earth.
Sabine, we have discussed this.
Yes, and I told you then how putting the empire before her citizens would lead only to revolt.
Without an empire, there are no citizens.
And in yours, there will be only beggars. Is that what Griga wills for her people?
Do not take her name in vain, Sabine.
I'll come back later. A citizens' revolt. I wonder what the people really think of the Duke's plan. It wouldn't hurt to ask them, I suppose. Let's begin with those on the other side of the wall.
I left everything in the...
You needn't fret.
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
Welcome, welcome. And a fine, fine day to you.
I've been hearing a lot of talk about a certain...
Nothing good, I'll wager. Going around and with hardly a word to the dame. This is her town, not his.
I take it you'd rather she was in charge.
As far as I'm concerned, she still is. Just need his eminence to sod off back to Oriflamme.
Why, your stall is...
A question, if you don't mind. What do you think of the Duke of Oriflamme?
Don't get me started. You build a life for yourself somewhere, earning for some noble to turn up and tell you got to hand it. If he thinks his name and his chain will do whatever it takes to keep what's ours. Whatever it takes.
I heard the dame got an icon.
I heard it was the Dreadworm himself.
All right there. What is it you're after, sir?
Just your opinion, actually. I wondered what you thought of the Duke of Oriflamme.
Oh, him. Not much. None of us traders do. It's thanks to nobles like him that we had to set up shop this side of the wall in the first place. Couldn't have the rabble getting any closer to the holy capital, could they? And now he's trying to drive us out completely, threatening to take everything we got from us if we don't clear off. If the dame said she wanted him run out of town, I'd be straight through that checkpoint, tar bucket in hand.
Well, the people seem united enough. What about the soldiers?
Those things I said.
Excuse me, do you have a moment? I wondered if you'd mind sharing your thoughts on the Duke of Oriflamme.
Well, I mean, look around us. The traders might not like having the screws put on them, but if they volunteered a few more of their hard, I think the Duke's got a point when he says rebuilding the Empire is the best way of making sure we're all protected. And if that means people who don't know one end of a sword from another have to...
Sabine, you are embarrassing me.
Embarrassing
Your
yourself.
name. The veil will see to your needs.
I left everything in the capital.
You're the one who was talking to His Eminence.
On the Dame's behalf, yes. I was trying to persuade him not to. What do you think of his plans?
I'm a soldier, mate. He tells me what to do, not the other way round. Listen, I've got nothing but respect for the Dame, but I've got a family to look after. That's where my loyalties lie, not with the town or the Empire, but with my wife and children. If the Duke can get us the men and the equipment we need to fight off those blue-skinned bastards, I don't care how he does it.
I hear the Duke of Oriflamme plans to... Do you think that's a good idea?
It's not for me to say. All I know is that unless the Emperor orders me otherwise, His Eminence's word is law. Look, no one likes all these taxes and tariffs, but empires don't come for free. Once Sanbreque is back on her feet, we'll all reap the benefits.
Let's see what Philippe makes of all this.
Sabine. Not embarrassing me.
Captain, do you have a moment?
For you? Certainly. Thank you for last time. How can I help you?
I wanted to ask you about the Duke of Oriflamme. Do you intend to go along with his plan?
But to tell you the truth, I'm in two minds. It's my sworn duty as a captain of the Imperial Army to obey his orders. But I can't say I agree with him.
Philippe, I remember you saying that you became a soldier to protect the people you loved. The Dame included.
That's right, I did.
Well, she doesn't agree with the Duke's orders either.
And she's probably right. Thank you, Clive. I know what I need to do now. Protecting the people I love is what matters. Doesn't matter how. Well, duty calls, so I better go. Thanks again.
It seems Philippe wants to do the right thing at least. I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that, if nothing else.
Ah, Clive. Were you able to speak with the Duke?
I was.
So Northreach is to be a fortress after all. Well, it will certainly help to hold back the thralls, though I doubt it will come as much consolation to the townspeople whose world they deserve to be heard, Clive. To have a say in this new empire the Duke means to build.
Sadly, His Eminence values their obedience more than their opinions, and hopes to reassert. I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on his chessboard to be sacrificed for the great. Needless to say, they themselves are of a different opinion. The soldiers, meanwhile, are content to follow their orders. And not just because of the Duke's rank, but because of...
I thought as much. Had I sworn to protect Sambrek, I dare say I too would want nothing more. Thank you for trying. But the battle is lost.
I don't know about that.
What happened to your uniform?
I handed it in, along with my resignation. Told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to those I love to call it a day.
But why?
Because I realize what really matters to me. Not following some nobleman's orders for the sake of it, but protecting what I care about. Protecting Northreach. I honestly don't know when those monsters will return, but I'm certain they're not finished with us yet. And when they do come back, we need to be ready for them. We need to stand together, all of us. And with you to lead us, milady, I reckon we can do it. It was you who finally convinced me, Clive. There's no point following orders if they go against everything you believe.
Indeed.
All of us, standing together. That has always been Northreach's best hope, and one which still lies within our grasp. We have only to turn our attentions to the true enemy. Thank you, Philippe, for showing me what I must do.
Anything for you, milady. Speaking of standing together, would you mind if I borrowed a few of the lads from the Vale to help keep watch around the town? I fear His Eminence has loftier tasks in mind for the guard.
Not at all.
Wouldn't be the first time.
There may be hope for Northreach yet, especially with men like you and Philippe to champion our cause. I, for my part, shall continue to work upon the Duke, in the stubborn belief that I might still tempt him into joining hands. But I suspect I shall have to call upon your aid again. Until then, Clive.
Until then...
Ah, Clive. You'll be pleased to know that the negotiations are progressing well.
That is good news.
Yes. But I still have much and more to prepare. It's a huge... You couldn't do me a quick favor, could you?
What is it this time?
Nothing like that. I just need you to go over to the caravans and I'll find out exactly how much faster I need to get all these supplies moved.
All right. I'll go and ask.
Thanks, Clive. I owe you one.
Well, this isn't at all foreboding.
Don't blame yourself, Elle. This is their fault, not yours.
I know, but...
No buts about it, all right?
Is something wrong?
Vonnie came to give me a message from our intermediary. The talks with the Republican Army have fallen through. They've reached an agreement with the Silver Peak Consortium instead. Though prices have fallen of late, we deliberately offered above the going, but the Consortium offered double what we did, and the Army...
And you had no opportunity to make a counteroffer?
None at all. And we were so close.
Elle? What's happened? I saw Vonnie leaving. She didn't look happy.
And with good reason.
But I thought we were the only ones the Fist were speaking. How did the Consortium even find out about it?
It's not so surprising. They have... This isn't over. The Consortium will have to sell these bearers eventually, and at the price they paid. But I'm going to Randalar myself.
Alone? You sure that's wise?
Are you offering to be my bodyguard? How kind. Meet me at the checkpoint near the capital gates. I'll send an owl ahead and request a meeting. You go to Cashlock, Theo, and get everything even if I fail to free these bearers. Someone needs to prepare the place and keep any prowling beasts at bay.
Oh, and that's me, is it? Well, it looks like I'm following orders till she gets back from meeting the Silver Peak Consortium, who've been doing their best to undermine our scheme. She'll never join them after this, surely. No, she said it herself. She still has plans for Cashlock, even if this one falls through. She means to stay with us then. I can't say I'm not happy to hear it, but... is this what she really...
You have to trust her.
You're right. It's what she wants now. And if Elle's off fighting for the cause, I should do my part too. So I bid you farewell and safe travels, my friend. I'll gather my men and leave for Cashlock. We'll make sure the place is well stocked and defended. You go to Randalar and see if you can stop my sister biting the
I'll do my best. All right. To Randalar then. And better not keep Eloise waiting.
What's happened?
What I wouldn't give for a home.
Looks like this is the end.
When are they gonna let us through?
I don't know.
Run like the wind. All right. You deserve a rest. I hope I didn't keep you waiting. Did you arrange to speak with the consort?
Here they are now.
You wish to consult with me?
I did. It's about the bearers you recently purchased from the Fist. We had all but finished making arrangements to buy them ourselves. And then you stepped into the fray.
You misunderstand. The Consortium had an interest in purchasing them from the very first. It was only our regard for you that kept us from bidding. But your hesitancy in accepting our offer to you suggested that the regard was not mutual. And so we resumed our business.
I did not hesitate. I am simply not inclined to make such decisions without first giving them due consideration. But what is done is done. Come then.
Alas, you are too late yet again. We rarely take on such unconventional merchandise, but the bearers belong to him now.
Who is your buyer?
A trader from across the water. A most demanding fellow, if it's any consolation. He insisted the bearers be fed, dressed, even given their own bunks for the voyage over. That's what you get when you deal with continental types.
I wouldn't know.
They pay good money for bearers not fit for the knacker's yard, and treat them like kings. But as long as they pay...
That does sound unusual. No matter then. If they've already left our shores, there's little that can be done. Allow me to withdraw my interest. And with it, my interest in joining your organization.
My associates will be sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry you weren't able to save them.
As am I. But he was right, you see. The Silver Peak Consortium did intend to buy those bearers before I did. Their representative hinted at a possible purchase when he came to recruit. I feigned interest in joining them in the hope he might be encouraged to tell me more. And he did just that. As soon as he left, I sent my own offer to Randalar.
So you never...
No. I entertained the Consortium's proposal solely so I could learn more about those bearers. But I was a fool to think they wouldn't find out. I knew exactly who I was dealing with.
You tried.
I did. And if what he said was true, the bearers are to be well treated. They deserved more. I wanted so badly to see them free.
Eloise! Eloise! Word from Cashlock. The village is under attack. A pack of beasts have come down from the mountains, and there's a dragon at its head. Theo and the others are trying to hold them off as best they can, but the odds are against them. They need help, and fast.
Theo!
I'll go on ahead.
Thank you, Clive. I'll gather some men and join you there. Just...
Hold on, Theo. I'm coming.
Ambrosia. Time to fight. That'll do, girl. Where's Theodore?
Upriver! He led the dragon that way to keep it from the village, but the whole area's flooded. We just have to pray he makes it out in one piece.
I can do better than that. Let's go. Yeah! Where are you, Theo? Damn it. The ether's too thick. These creatures have already turned. I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does. Looks like it's found me. This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy.
Theodore, you had me worried for...
Oh no.
We have to get you out of here. I think it might be a little too late for that. Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream. Theodore! Don't make me do this.
Stop it, Theo! Stop!
Stay back, Eloise! He's turned. And so will you! Elle. Theodore. Take care of my sister. Theodore, wait. Goodbye, Elle.
有，哎，还没有睡啊。我也差不多了，我的精神也差不多在弥留之际啊。我现在要赶快把这个游戏的第2轮赶快结束掉。哇，接下来有好多游戏喽，P 哦，就接下来想玩的很多啊，所以取舍了一下，就不玩了。
Leading the dragon away from the village like that. His first instinct was always to protect people. To put others' well-being before his own.
恶灵古堡4重置的艾达篇，
Because I sent him to that place
然后
against his will.
刺客教条幻象，
It wasn't against his will. He was ready to do whatever it took to show you
然
he could
后
stand
再
on
来
his own.
是
So that you would finally be free to live your
星
own
海游
life.
侠2的重置，
my
这
own
个
life.
这个我一定会玩，因为
He never could
因为
come
那
to
是
terms
我
with the
那
choice I
个
made.
小时候的游戏，就
You once told me Theo
既然
was the
重
first
置了，
bearer
我
you
很
ever
想再
helped.
玩一次。魂系列我知道啊，
We grew up in
然后
Canva.
就还好，我没有特别一定要玩它。从它一开始预告啊，看人家试玩，我连试玩版我都没玩，我没有特别
While I studied the art of commerce,
想玩
he
P。
played at soldiers instead. A late bloomer. In more ways than one. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awakened. My parents tried to drive him out of the house and into the care of the constables.
等明年特价吧，
Before they could,
不然就是
I took him into mine.
看人家的影
Theo
片
told me something else.
就是看看故事啊，他应该有他自己的那个剧情嘛。啊，看人家总结一下剧情就好了，因为打那很累。我真的是说有点。
I would be lying if I said I had not wondered from time to time
像今年初哦，那什么游戏嘞？卧龙，他后来有出 DLC 吗？好像是曹操的，哎。忘了，好像卧龙后来出 DLC，我有更新啊，我有下载啊，但是连玩都没玩，因为打那好累哦，那种类魂游戏，黑雷这里哦，看。
You weren't, Eloise. He said it himself. That he had always been grateful to you for saving him.
揪人玩比较好玩嘛，
he wanted to repay you by letting you live the life you were denied. Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You loved one another. You did whatever was necessary to continue living your lives together. And you always would.
我技术也不是多厉害，所以会死好几次。我真的会越打越。
All I ever did.
身心都累。
It was so we could be together. Oh, Theo. Why did you have to... I know Theo wanted me to move on, but I'm staying here at the Crimson Caravans to continue our work.
黑队有 VR 版的吗？
We can make a difference here. We can help people.
感觉那种游戏你拿去玩 VR 好像还蛮屌的，
So I'll carry on doing what we do.
蛮刺激的，
Ensuring that goods, people,
比正常版本还刺激。
Bringing smiles to people's faces, just like we always have.
3没有，3要等吧，他可能在
Wherever he is.
不知道有没有计划啊。不过我是觉得他也是可能过个半年，说不定就支援 VR。
I've made a choice of my own to continue helping you however I can.
Thank you, Clive. Let's go on together then.
Dun, 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 剩下我看看，还有一个小支线。
Lord Rosfield, is there...
Perhaps. My brother said that your order was helping him. Have you learned anything of note since last we spoke?
Little and less, I regret to report.
I see.
Be assured, however, that we will not rest until the truth is known. Even now, our archaeologians scour ruins in every corner of the realm for traces of Ultima's touch.
Fallen ruins, I take it. Dating back as far as Phoenix Gate.
Indeed. Ultima's thralls are oft sighted among the remnants of the fallen civilization, as if protecting the secrets concealed within.
Secrets we'd see unearthed.
Should our methods be of interest, my lord, mayhap it would please you to observe some of our number at work.
Would that be possible?
Of course. A survey is being conducted not far from here. Perchance you are familiar with Kretov, a small hamlet built around a fallen airship. I was due to visit my colleagues there to collect their preliminary findings, but if you would consent to do so in my stead, I'm sure that they would be honored to relate any discoveries they have made to you directly.
All right. I'll go and meet with them.
They will be most gratified, I am sure. Might I suggest you take the road through town? It will lead you straight to the village.
Thank you. I will.
I wish you a safe.
有明月
A village built around an airship. Sounds like another lost wing.
对啊。诶。明年，打算组新电脑，这样子我打算，如果像怎么说，如果那个游戏有需要瞄准射击，就用电脑玩。 啊，不用瞄准，不用射击，不是 FPS， 就用 PS5 VR， 真的再说，感觉 VR 还是蛮设备还是蛮贵的。 就简单的应该是还好啦，只是我房间的空间不是很大。Press 3， 对，我的印象还是停留在那个 VR 很贵的这个部分。
Thanks, girl.
就我这边的空间不方便。除非不行，我想一下哦。
You'll pay for this.
有点难。
There may still be survivors.
给我机会，给我机会！哦 ，God damn！ 我这样很容易打到东西。不要走哦，单纯手挥来挥去，这样好像也还好。 坐在椅子上限制自己的范围，这好像也还行。
Whatever that thing is, I'd say it's their leader.
一开始那个 PS5的那个，你真的是很。 PS5的那个 VR 出的时候，我又稍微想了一下，不过 PS 系列还是没办法无限，对我来讲就太不方便。
try. It's over. Should have stayed in the past.
Press one Steam.
These must be Cyril's colleagues.
You have our thanks, stranger.
大家以为很贵跟需要很大的空间，就
forgive me, my lord.
就是
I did not
还是
recognize
觉得
you are Lord
如果玩
Rosfield,
VR 会
are you
想
not?
要那个手舞足
We
蹈那
are
样，
archaeologians tasked with
就是
surveying
会
this
想
site.
要
When the echoes appeared,
就
our
是
brothers here
手挥
occupied
来
their
挥去
attentions.
啊，
Thanks to
稍微
them
左右晃
and
一
to
下这
you,
样子。
we were, for a mercy, able to see our duty to its
如果
conclusion.
单纯坐在
You call that a mercy? Your brothers might still be
我想一
alive
下，
if you put their safety before your
因
duty.
为单纯坐在椅
Surely
子
their
上，
survey wasn't worth dying for.
对我来
We
讲
are
只是换
charged
一
with
种，
uncovering Ultima's origins, a
好像
duty
换
of
一
the
种
highest import, as I'm sure you will agree.
And you think your dead brothers would agree with you
换一
too?
种视角的
I
感
know
觉
they。would. They gave their lives for the cause, an honor to which all undying
就比如
aspire.
说像《恶灵古堡》，可能7代、
To
8
what
代
do we
有
owe
出
the
VR
honor
版
of，your presence, Lord Marquis?
但是
Cyril
它
told me of
就
your
只是
work
换了
here,
一种
and I agreed to collect
观
your
看模
findings
式
in，his stead.
就差很多啦。我当然知道
That is
差很
most
多
kind.
啊，
Pray, take them then, with our humble
但
thanks.
是幻想中的 VR 就是现在还没有达到啦。但幻想中的 VR 真的是
as it does in ours.
很想像刀剑那一种感觉，知道吗？
It's one thing to lay down your life for another.
是没有那么夸张啦，
For a survey.
只是
I
我也不
suppose
知道
I
欸，
better get this
我
back
不
to
知道
Cyril.
我也不知道我在想什么。站着原地玩，对啊。买一个圆形的地毯标志。我这个，我房间这个空间，真的只能支持我原地，然后可能左右看这样子。也不是左右啦，就是原地这样子，然后自己转一圈，真的不能走。我在哪里？我在下面这边。哎呦，这边有宝箱，没有看到。哦，在这边。这边有宝箱。我房间比起从你直播看起来的空间小很多啦，就是因为一些摆设的关系，所以像我的人，我现在做好，我离我的荧幕大概1.5公尺，我的背后应该不到1公尺，我就会撞到我后面的东西了。就是因为，然后我房间的床占 占了很大的一部分的空间。那因为那个床板是以前留下来的啊，它就是一个双人大概啦，勉强双人床的一个大小，摆在那边就占了空间。1、2、3，好，在这个位置，好，捡完这个就可以休息了。哇，很神奇哦，我不知道有没有错过，你有那个吗？你有直播还是影片，就是大概介绍你的房间大概长怎样吗？你不是你房间，就是你那个客厅哦，是吗？就是，就是比如说你一些直播的可能线要怎么拉，要挂在那边，然后因为 VR 的关系，所以有一些东西要摆那边这样子，因为你会做一些 VR 相关的影片吗？你也可以做这个，就是让别人大概了解一下。如果再进阶一点，因为对我们一般人来讲，最简单的 VR 就像你说的，可能买一个 Quest， 就是坐在那边或站在那边。如果再进一步的话，需要怎么样的？可能你需要怎么样的空间？然后或者是你需要购买一些什么相关的，就是也是另外一种认识 VR 的事情，这样。奇怪，这边应该有箱子啊。可以去野餐这边。好，继续走。然后也可以列入企划，就是介绍，也是介绍 VR 的一个环节。哦，没关系，这参考的，突然想到了，可以让你参考一下。
Good girl. Don't get surrounded. Straight home now.
哎呀，不开。10月份每周都要做 VR 线，哎呦！你之前是断断续续的。哦，好痛！发烧流感，哦哟！工作过了头， 法像你这样子斜杠的生活，就是特别累，又有正常的工作，又有其他想做的事情，真是。像那个，像那个鸟屎，你应该知道那个鸟屎，他也是，但他本身是剧场演员，然后也有直播开的比较少了。然后又有节目，然后最近上个月还开了一家店，哇，超累，真的是在压榨自己的。我是真的很佩服，我这个人比较没那么积极，我真的是觉得你们这样真的很厉害啊！哎呀，可是就会很辛苦啊，要注意自己的身体啊！哎呀，辞掉你的正职哦，这个真的要好好想一下。
You are returned, my lord.
I collected your colleagues' preliminary. Here, take them.
My thanks. I shall study them and inform you forthwith if I did.
Cyril, your survey party suffered several losses which could have been avoided. Were these your orders?
No. This was their choice. Every Undying devotes his life to the service of the Phoenix. It is our sole...
Even when death is avoidable.
My lord, I fear that this is not a point over which it would be fruitful. The Undying have served the
VR 在
Phoenix
台
for
湾还没有
countless generations.
就大家都知道有这样的事情，但是
To serve the Phoenix.
还没有真正流行起来。
And that purpose alone.
Cyril,
就是我觉得 VR 本身的技术还要再进步一点，或者是开发它不一样的应用方式吧，觉得。
Provide your survey parties with an escort, that they might live to do their duty for years to come. Think not only of how you can serve the Phoenix, but please, for all our sakes.
I thank you for your advice.
犹豫应该说英文还是中文？对啊，这是你的优势嘛，你可以中英这样。但是，哎呀，
is absolute. And we of the Undying
如果我觉得你做起来，真的要做起来，好像应该要多面向国外的。 怎么讲？市场这样讲对吗？哎呀，毕竟在台湾就小圈圈。
Then we are of the same mind, and it is my hope that we may. 像一些 YouTube 频道，不是一些啊，很多 YouTube 频道也会，他也会做相关的事情，比如说字幕会加英文啊，或者是就是增加自己的东西在国外，在其他地区的能见度这种事情，因为台湾太小了。 哎呀，
国外很多，对啊，但是台湾人太少啦。然后我其他 YouTube 直播、FB 直播我是很少看啦。大概就只有看你而已。退取的话，VR 的直播真的目前看还不是真的不是很多，所以大家还没有习惯看 VR 直播这件事情嘛。我就觉得它有一些缺点啊，比如说比如说会很晃，画面上很晃，或者是它需要你的网络环境比较稳定，因为有时候直播起来真的会，比如说断断续续或者是延迟的问题，这都会影响到观看的流畅度这样。画面晃那是真的没办法，毕竟我们会左看右看嘛。你带 VR 设备本来就是要身临其中这样子，所以你一定会左看右看，左看右看，更何况你要跑起来就更晃。但是这样子看的人，他们看的时候画面也是在晃，所以我觉得有一些人没有想看 VR， 可能是这一部分，就是太晃了。这是我自己的感受啦。对啊，可是这也不是说不好啦，就是我这样讲好奇怪，就是有时候FPS 的游戏这样子会比较有代入感是没错，比如说你在玩一些可能有一些战争类的，还是什么在战场上那样子会有一个紧张感，像你上礼拜之前有玩一个也是类似很像什么在战场出任务那样子的气氛下是蛮有感觉的啦。可是很多人不喜欢让画面晃晃的，看的话眼睛也会有点累这样。就变成你如果要直播的话会要考虑到观众的感受，你的活动会很受限。你看 VR 就是尽可能让你比较自由的玩嘛，对不对？但是你又考虑到，如果你的画面要比较稳定，你是不是要控制你自己的行为，或者是你的视角，你不能常常很猛的左看右看。然后怎么样？这个感觉就有一点像那个啦，比如说玩电脑，然后又不是玩 FPS 游戏，比如说像我这个 RPG 游戏，然后如果用主机玩的话，转视角它都会限制这个速度。比如说我画面转，顶多就这么快而已。玩主机游戏都这样，但是你用滑鼠的话，可以很快，滑鼠灵敏度比较高嘛，所以画面会晃得很快。但是如果常常这样子乱晃，因为我们要赶快看一下什么，这边有什么，那边有什么。这边有箱子黑鞋，那边有人，然后赶快这边晃那边晃这样子，然后就走过去这样晃， 这样子看起来其实不舒服嘛。对啊，就是类似这种感觉啊，对啊，就变成说，比如说我还没有买 PS5之前，我用电脑用滑鼠在玩，我会有时候意识到这件事情的时候，我就会刻意放慢我滑鼠转视角的画面，的速度，哎呀，这样子我玩起来就有点 K 这样，类似这种感觉啊。如果是你在直播 VR 的话，这个就要想办法，就是看有没有办法，你玩起来舒服，然后看的人也不会太累这样。可这样子，如果对于你在直播的人来说限制太多的话，你反而玩起来又不是很顺，不是很顺畅，就没办法好好享受游戏。看到画面稳定度，OK，这样子哦。就是你不用刻意去放慢，但是播出去的画面可以比较稳定哦，那不错啊。
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of Papio.
Thanks for it, dear. My best work, but it'll do. Yeah, that should do you. You can thank me later. My best work, but it'll do. 它是提升画面稳定度，但是画面动的速度变慢的那一种方式吗？不然就是要把帧数提高，稳定在一个很高的帧数，这样子画面如果晃的话，至少撕裂感比较少。也不知道呢，就看看有没有办法改善。哦 ，OK 啊 ，OK， 好，啊，存档。OK， 好，要休息了。哦，要1点了。哦，快睡，明天要上班。那就晚安了，拜拜。